Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Steve and I'm back with a long overdue video, long overdue review actually, and it's of this right here. This is the Sony PlayStation 3D gaming monitor. So let's get to it. Alright, so as I said, this is the Sony 3D gaming monitor for the PlayStation. I've had this since about January and just now getting around to doing a review on it. These were close to $500 when they came out, and at the time that I bought this I was actually looking for an external monitor, a second monitor for my wife, and we found this one and decided to get that for her. Well, up until recently I hadn't asked her about using it. I kind of joked around with it, but actually wanted to do a review on it and to see how gaming is on it, and at the same time do a walkthrough of some of the things that it comes with. And as I said, this is a 3D monitor. I believe this is one of those things that comes out ahead of its time, because as of right now, from what I've seen online, it's discontinued. So we actually found this in a pawn shop, and all of the accessories that come with it were there. So speaking of which, let's take a look at what the accessories are. First, you've got this here. This is your charging cable for your 3D glasses. It actually comes with a pair of 3D goggles. And here's your charging cord with it. Now the way this works is this USB in, you can just plug it into any USB powered device, like you can plug it into your PlayStation 3, your second controller port, and it'll charge the goggles there. Now the micro USB in here, this is what actually goes into your 3D goggles, and those are here, and they come in this nice PlayStation branded bag. But here are the 3D glasses. Now, alright, on the top there is a power button, and then right next to it, this little latch right here lifts up and flips to the side, and you plug it right in here. And then, as I stated, your second end goes, we'll actually plug it in. Alright, so right now we've got the goggles plugged into the PlayStation 3 and they're charging, and on the top you can see that charge light. It's a red charging light. It lights up indicating that it's charging, and of course when it's fully charged that light will turn green and then you'll be ready to go. Now flipping them around here, when you open them you can see that there's a little label in here that tells you where the battery switch is. Alright, and so right inside that right lens here, here's your power switch, and you can turn that on to activate it. There's also a 3D button on the back of the monitor, so these two work together like that, and it allows you to play 3D games as well as watch 3D movies. Now as far as major accessories, that's about all that it comes with the exception of an HDMI cable, which is great because not too long ago things were coming out that had HDMI ports, but trying to get an HDMI cable was almost impossible without going to the store and paying a high price for it. So now things that require HDMI cables are starting to come with it, and this is no exception. It runs, matter of fact, let's take a look at the back of it. Alright, now this is the back of it. Well, actually the left side and the bottom left rear where all of your buttons are, and we'll talk about those in a second. But up here you've got your ports. Up top you've got your green, blue, and red audio video cables. You can use those, or you can use the standard audio video cables that come with your PlayStation 3, which are the red, white, and yellow ones, which is what I'm using now. Right underneath that you have two HDMI ports, And of course I'm using one here for my PlayStation 3. And then right below that you've got a headphone jack, which is nice if you don't want to use the speakers on the front. Then you can use a pair of headphones with that. Alright, so right below your headphone jack button you've got a row of buttons right down here. As far as controls, there is no remote with this. So what you have at the top, you've got your power button, of course, which turns the monitor off and on. You've got the select button. So say for instance we're looking at the front of this here. Well, I'll come back to that in a minute. But you know what a select button is. If you're going down the menu and you find the selection that you want to make, you press this button, that's your enter. The second button here is enter. Then you've got your up and down for your volume rockers. You've got the actual menu button here, and then right below that you've got your 3D button, which turns the 3D feature of the monitor on. Alright, so we're going to look at some of the monitor features. Alright, when you press the menu button, these are your options here. You get picture, screen, sound, 3D, and your settings. And to go up and down with that, you just use the up and down features, and then you press, if you want to go into settings, you press that select button and it brings up a sub menu. So under settings you can go under HDMI control, signal info, quick start, language, and restore default settings. Alright, so if we want to come out of there, we just go back to menu and we can go up or down to 3D. We can go to sound. We can hit enter, go into the sound mode, hit enter again. Here in the upper right hand corner it brings up another menu. So you can use standard, you can use dynamic or custom, cinema, and then it takes you back to standard. So we're going to leave that on dynamic and see what happens. Then we're going to come out of here. Alright, so right now, like I said, we've got MLB 14, the show, in there. And we're going to check out what it sounds like and what it, gaming is like on here.
Time out. Play ball.
As you can see, the demo for the show still looks as good as it does on the PlayStation 3 on a regular TV. And actually for me, gaming on here, recording gaming, looks a little better than it does on my 60-inch TV. I'm not getting all the feedback that I was getting before.
Warm-ups are back included here in Milwaukee. Stay tuned for Brewers baseball. Next. Alcides Escobar will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway.
Alright, so that's been the Sony PlayStation 3D gaming monitor. So that's been the Sony PlayStation gaming monitor review. I think it's a great buy if you're someone who games a lot and is looking for something, so you're not taking up your main TV a lot, or if you're someone young, like a teenager or in college or something like that, and you've got a small living space, this might be great to use so because it doesn't occupy so much room. You can also use it if you're a gamer and you're also looking for a second monitor. It serves that purpose equally well. And like I said, the 3D functionality on it is just an added bonus. I mean, you can hook up a 3D video player or your PlayStation 3, charge the glasses up, and have a go at it. Either way, it's a goodbye. And like I said, I believe at this point Sony has discontinued them. So if you find them out, last prices I've seen for them on Amazon or places like that, they're still running about $300. But you may be able to do like we did and find them, you know, somewhere in a pawn shop where somebody has sold it and sold all of the accessories with it, and you may be able to get a good steal out of it. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and hit that like button, and please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.